Hi guys, it's me UBprogrammer and welcome to the second lecture of Python for AI, and in this lecture we will cover data structures in Python. Basically we will talk about four data structures which we mainly use in our workflow, which are list, tuples, dictionary and sets. So let's talk about them one by one. First of all, cover list, and if we see the code block which I have written, is like this. So to create a list, you just give it a variable name, and just like a fruit list, and you start with the square bracket and with the square bracket and give elements uh, within those brackets, right? And then you are just printing it, and for accessing the elements you do something called indexing. So fruit list, and within those square brackets you give the order of these elements. So I want mangoes, so I will just say fruit list and 0. As you start, counting starts from 0 in the programming, and you just say 0 1 2, and it will just give you let me just remove that. Yeah, mango, oranges and apple, right, for these three elements. Now let me just execute it, and I'll just show you that we are just printing it. So, and then we are just accessing the elements in our list, right? So this code of block was doing that. Now we can just create this list with this constructor or a function called list, and if we just pass this list in a list constructor, it will just basically do the same thing for you. But it's handy to know that we have list, so that we can pass and a value and get the list as a resultant, right? Now we want to add an element in our list, so we will just use the dot append, and I'm adding guava in our fruit list. So let me show you, we have added guava, right? If we want to remove that, we can just say remove guava, and it will remove that for you. So that's it for the list, and there are many functions which you can apply on the list, but for now it's just fine to know about that, and we will get back to these as we know about it, right? Okay, now let's do the tuples. So we have to initiate or initialize it with uh, small bracket, right, these braces, and then just passing those elements. It also support indexing just like list. Let me just execute it, and you can see we are getting the same results. And you can just use this tuple constructor or function to create a tuple, right? So it will just basically do the same thing, but the difference between list and tuple is it doesn't support append, so it's created once, you can't do much about it, right? So be sure to know about that when you are using that data structure. And it doesn't support remove also, so you can't remove anything from it, right? And now if I just execute this command, right, that I want to append something in the okay, let me just change the, yeah, so fruit tuple new dot append. So I want to append something in it, so you will see I will get the error that tuple object has no attribute append, so it doesn't support append or remove, right? So that's the case with the tuple. And so there are many use cases in which you want to use the tuple when you don't want to change the element or the values of element in your data structure, right? now let me just again, yeah, let's do the dictionary part. So to create a dictionary, you start with the curly braces. So these are like four data structure, and they use different kind of structures, right, to build that. So there was small brackets, there was square brackets, and now we have curly braces. So we are just giving a key value pair. So this thing, first thing is the key and the second is the value. So I'm just giving the quantities of these fruits. So I got mangoes as 5, oranges 10 oranges, and 15 apples, right? Printing it now, let me just show you how it's look like. So mangoes 5, oranges 10, apples 15, right? And you can just use this dict function to create this, right, dictionary. So there are two ways, as we have here for the tuple or list also, right? And then you can access the values. So now I want to see how many mangoes do I have. So I will just say fruit dict, and in these square brackets I will just give the value or give the name of the key, right? So here you are saying 5, 10, 15 is the quantities for my fruits. And to access the keys, I will just use dot keys method or attribute, right? And I will just get these as result value. Now to add a new key value pair, so you want to add something in your dictionary, you will just say fruit dict, and in the square bracket give your name of the key and then the value. So we have added an fruit with quantity in our dictionary. To remove that, we will use pop function, right? Then we have the set, fourth data structure, and it's same with the curly braces, but why we use set when we want to order something in the data structure, or we don't want to use duplicates. So let me just execute it first, and then I will make you understand that. So we have apple, mangoes, oranges, same, and we can use set, right? And then we have can remove, but we can't add anything to it once it's created, so it doesn't support append. And so it orders things automatically. That's like the one of its characteristics. So if I give it some values like numbers, so 15, 8, 10, as you can see it is not ordered, right? So I can just say print num set, and it will 8, 10, 15 as a return value, right? So it is the ordered form, right? And now if I just add a duplicate value, so I will say I want to again add apples in my fruit set, it will throw an error. Let me see why it's not throwing. Okay, apples. There is something wrong with the code. Let me just check that. Okay, so problem was that I was removing the apple, so it automatically removed that. But if I just show you in that I want to pen 10, and you will just see it will not add 10 twice in your set, right? So it will automatically remove that for you. So no duplicates in the sets. That's the advantage you get. So basically 4 data structures which we use, and I hope you like it. I will meet you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.